Hey guys, welcome back. So we have this problem here where when we try to submit some content from here and save, we get a problem where we are told, please fix some errors, but there are no errors here. And that's because those errors are actually coming from this page right here. Okay. So we need to fix that. Now we can fix this in several ways. One of the ways we can use is just by looking at what page we are on, then we can decide which of the items to verify, right? To validate. So let's go to our app views and let's look at the actually not views. Let's go to controllers and admin. All right. So let's go down to courses, of course. And let's look at the edit section, which is right here. So action is edit, yes. And wait a minute. When we get to, this is where we read the information, so we can ignore this part. We're looking at the save information, which is right here. So here we see that course landing page, if the tab name is equal to that, this is what we do. Now this is similar to what we do when it's course messages, because we copied exactly the code and it looks exactly the same here. So whenever you're repeating yourself with code, then you can make it more efficient instead. So what we'll do is we're just going to copy this part right here and copy. Now, one thing to do is we can just allow every tab to just come in here and do the saving, but actually that looks like a plan we can do, because every time we save, we need to do a validation and then we need to update, and then course saved successfully will be our thingy here, and then or we fix errors. So it looks pretty much like everything will go this way as it is here. So the if statement is redundant. So what we're going to do is get to the else part here, make sure we capture everything over here, and I'm just going to keep this for safekeeping. I'll copy this and just paste it right at the top here, and then I'll get this if statement and remove it. Okay, so now we have this if statement where it says if tab name is that, blah blah blah. So we really don't need this either, because we can use this tab name to know what tab we are on and then supply it to the edit validate. That way it will validate differently depending on what tab we are on. The update doesn't really care what tab we are on, because it will just get whatever we supply to it and save that particular information. So in this case, it means we don't even need the if statement that comes second here. So instead, we're just going to grab the post tab name and put it here. So inside validate here, there's usually a part where a second param, which is the ID. So maybe we can supply that just in case we need it later. Okay, so we supply the ID. And then we can put a third item here, which is the tab name, and then use that. So I'm going to remove this closing if tag here, and then remove this one as well. Okay, so no need for an if statement at all. And let's shift everything over. Boom, there we go. Great. Okay, so now when we save, everything will act exactly the same. At this point, we won't have any problems because things are exactly as they were. Let me click here, and if I try to save, I get the same problem. Please fix the errors. So we haven't saved anything, really. We haven't changed anything. But what we can do now is go to the course edit validate function. So in the course model, so let's go to the models and let's go to course model, and let's look at the edit validate function. so we have an ID here, but we can put another param here, which is tab name. What am I typing? Tab underscore name is equal to, let's add a null as the default value for now. Okay, great. So at this point, we can use tab name to determine which of these guys we decide to validate. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have deleted those guys. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just undo a little bit until I find these guys, then copy them because I'm lazy at typing. Then I'll redo everything. Save that, come back here, and so right about this will work for everything. But after this, we can just put an if statement over here. So if tab name, now we refer to it as tab name here because this is what we brought it in as. So I'm going to replace these two with tab name like so, and then we just put an if statement wherever we need it. So course landing page, of course, will check all these guys. Actually, everything here is for course landing page, right? Yep, and it is. So what I'll do is put a closing tag. So I'm just going to duplicate this one and move it down a little bit, close that gap. Then I'll move every one of these guys and push them in, and don't forget the opening tag like so. Remove that. Okay, so if tab name is course landing page, then let's do the following. But if it's course messages, we won't do anything, but let's just put it there just in case we ever do it in the future. We'll do this in case we have something to do with that, because things change all the time, so you may want to add some code later for course messages in case you decide you want to validate that part. But this by itself fixes our problem, because now all these errors will only be generated if we are on the course landing page and not any other time. Okay, so let's give it a test run and see what happens. So refresh and let's try a welcome message, and let's try to save that. Course saved successfully. Look at that. Now let's prove that by coming to, wait, your changes were not saved? Wait, we just saved our changes, so why did it not? Okay, so we have a problem with our code. The save button does recognize that we've saved, and it doesn't give us an option, but the dirty did not change. So let's go down and change that so that it works accordingly. So, but let's just confirm that we did save. So let's go ahead and move to another tab and come back, and look at that, a welcome message. Now let's fix that issue where it doesn't recognize that we've actually saved. So I'm going to go to where be this? It's supposed to be in the view page, admin, and course edit tabs, and course messages view. I see what the problem is. Wait, maybe I don't. Nope, I do not. Okay, so let's go to, these are just the sub pages. Let's go to the courses view. Yeah, that's the one right there. So this one is the one with the tabs. So this is the edit tab, set tab. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what I'm looking for is the JavaScript. So like I said, eventually we'll move this JavaScript to a separate file just to keep things simple. But for now, it's right here. So let's look at the, for saving content, we are here. And let's come down here and what are we doing? Send data. Okay, no, it's the handle result function that I'm looking for. There we go, handle result. And if it was a save operation, show us that we saved, clear our errors, Okay, we clear our errors. If there are any errors, we show them. That's great. And then we disable the save button. Okay. What's going on here? Show any errors. Otherwise, we disable. So it should have, okay, so we do disable the button, so this works, but we do not change the value of dirty. So dirty should be equal to false at this point. Great. So let's see that. Now, if I refresh the page for the new JavaScript to take effect, and congratulatory message. Let's save that baby. Save. Great. Now let's try to move to another tab. Very good. So cool. Now let's see here. If we get an error, and let me try to save. So please fix the errors, and we got that error. And if we try to move, okay, so it rightly tells us we have a problem. But let's try and save successfully. Great. Let's move to another tab. Okay, so things are working in perfect order. This is very good. Now we come back here to this part where we want to upload an image and a course video. So what we would do here is we're going to upload one thing, learn how to upload one thing and add a progress bar as well. And then we can multiply that to this one as well, because once we start, we need the ability to be able to upload two things at the same time, because sometimes you may not have the time to wait, especially when we're uploading courses. Maybe you're uploading chapter 1 and chapter 2. You may not want to wait for chapter 1 to complete uploading before you upload the second, but it's up to us how we drive this. We could it depends how you want to do this, but it's possible to upload several things at the same time, so we should make it happen. And we also need to add a cancel button here, just so we can be able to cancel the upload once the upload has started. So right here on course image, I just want to add a cancel button, but I won't show it just yet. What I want to do is once we click upload and we select something to upload, we should hide this button right here so that the user cannot upload again unless we cancel the upload for some reason, and then we can show the button back. Okay, so all right, let's see how we can get those things going. So let's put a cancel button here for now. We'll just show it maybe here, and then yep, we see what happens. So I'm going to go to course landing page view, and let's go to down. Let's go down where there are messages here, where there are image. This is the image thingy. Upload your course image here. Very nice. And we have a progress bar. So right after the progress bar, let's add a button, and this one will be cancel upload. Let's add some classes. So class btn. I think I want it gray like that, maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, so cancel upload, there it is, but it doesn't look like a button, I guess. So button warning, let's try that. Let's see how that look like. Not so great, but let's try to add text white. So if we change the text to white, and let's add button small, make it smaller. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I like this one a bit better, but still it's not as good. You can design these things as you wish, of course. So for now, I'm going to put this on a hide like this. Wait a second. Okay, so that worked. Yes, great. Let's do the same thing here. Now we're going to give it a unique class name. So this one is going to be class JS. That's what I meant to say. Image upload console. Yeah, that's quite wordy, but it's fine. So image upload, yeah, console button. That's more descriptive. Let me copy all of this from here, and let's do exactly the same on this part as well. And this one will be video upload console button. There we go. Okay, goody. All right, so we have console buttons on both of these. This should be interesting. And then what else do we have? We need to be able to capture the uploader as well. Where is the image upload here? The browse thingy. Where is it? Where is it? The input. Oh, so short. That's the thing there. So I want to add a class name here and say JS. Let me try image uploader. Image upload dash input. Okay, then I'll just change the second one to video upload input. Now labeling these things with classes is very important, especially when the scene becomes very complex. It's good to be able to grab exactly what you want. So take your time and name these classes appropriately so they're easy to understand before things get complicated. Okay, so from here we are now ready to begin the upload process. All right, so let's do that in the next video.